Hello, class. This is John Zirkle, and this is my personal introduction to the best self portrait for MG 457 with Dr. Johnson, organizational behavior. So, I decided to contact a good mix of different people in my life. I've got a mix of family, friends, past current coworkers, and then people in other organizations I deal with. So, since I'm starting with family first, I'm going to tell you who I interviewed in my family. It's pretty much my immediate family. So, my mom, my dad, my aunt, my sister, and also my great aunt is who I interviewed in my family. And the next list that I interviewed is close friends. So, I decided to go with an algorithm of three childhood friends, two newer friends, and whatnot. So that way I can I don't get the same answers and they kind of know me from different parts of my life just to see how I've transitioned as a person. Maybe I get different answers with the two groups. So, the three close friends that I chose are my childhood friends, Evan, Ryan, and Spencer, and they've known me for 20 years. And then my newer friends, Abe and Seth, they've only known me for probably about 3 or 4 years. So, it'll be interesting to see what they come up with as opposed to my close friends. I also think it's going to be a little bit interesting to compare what my friends say as opposed to what my family says because you do act different around friends than you do family and vice versa. So we'll see what compares and what contrasts. It actually kind of surprised me when I looked at it of how similar they are. And before I jump the gun here, I also interviewed coworkers and not only coworkers but people that know me from different organizations. So my two coworkers that I'm going to interview, or I did interview, rather, was Nathan and Josh. They both work with me currently. And then I interviewed three people from the military that know me. And those three people are Barrett, Ford, and Anglin. So it definitely has a big variety on like who deals with me in certain moments. Three categories, and I feel like I act differently in all three of these because it's in different situations. So I definitely can't wait to see what they came up with. So starting this off, the first question on the form was requiring them to put down how they know me. They had to they had to describe if they are friends, family, or coworkers, or teachers, etc. The second question was how long have they known me? This is a very important question as I discussed earlier because it may be different depending on how old I was, if they knew me growing up as compared to now who I am now, which I'm a completely different person now as we all are as we age. And last but not least, the last question is to describe three situations in which you have seen me at my best. In other words, what good qualities have been illustrated in these situations? So talking about, common threads and everybody that I interviewed, the first thing that I really noticed was my work ethic. That seems to be a pretty common answer among everybody that I interviewed. Some specific things mentioned is that I've been working since I was 13. I have held pretty much a full-time job throughout school. Uh, I am an independent, you know, punctual. I get the job done, and I do a good job. I take pride in my work. It's very important for me, if I have my name behind something that I work hard at it. So that was kind of the common response regarding my work ethic. And the second theme that I noticed, which was mentioned that I have perseverance. I am very tenacious, and essentially I never quit or give up. Some specific situations mentioned were that I went through 6 months of intense military training in military police school. I also stuck out 6 years of football, never missing a practice. I I sucked when I began. I was very weak, but I wanted to be the best, and I built myself up to be a pretty good player towards the last 2 years of my football in high school. And the third common theme that I came across regarding everybody is that I do enjoy helping others. I like helping elderlies, anybody that is in need. I like to help. A fourth common theme that I identified by mainly coworkers and teachers is that I have a good conflict resolution skill. I have a calming effect on others, and one example of this would be just diffusing an angry situation with between two people. I have a calming sense, I guess, which is a good thing. The fifth theme that I identified by coworkers and friends is that I am a team player. One specific comment stated that I always carry out my part and I am always encouraging to others. So, to talk about a few situations and where I think I'm at my best, the first one would be competition. I do not like to lose, I like to win at anything. And when I'm competing with somebody, I definitely usually am at my best at that point. A second one would be a stressful situation. I tend to do very well at stressful situations, and if there's just an ounce of stress in something I'm doing, I'm probably going to be functioning a lot better than I normally would. And the third one would be when I'm low on time. When I have no time to do something and it has to be done at a certain time, usually I do my best work. I think one thing that could really benefit me as far as management skills go is to be more organized. I would say that's definitely the big flaw in what I do. If I can correct that, I think I'd be in pretty good shape as far as management goes. And that concludes the best self portrait assignment for MG 457. I enjoyed doing it. I learned a lot about myself, and I will strive to improve every single day.